Welcome to AI in Marketing. I am your host and news curator, Stan Berthelot from Nitro Marketing. You will find links to all the stories mentioned in this episode in the show notes.
Hello, this is Nia, your voice for today's headlines. It's Friday, April 24. Here is what we are covering. The New York Times reports that OpenAI has launched its latest AI model, GPT-5.5, making it available to the vast user base of its ChatGPT platform. This move contrasts with Anthropic, which recently limited its new AI technology, Claude Mythos, to a select group of partners due to cybersecurity concerns. OpenAI's strategy reflects a more open approach, although the company has not yet released the technology as an API, allowing more time to address security issues. The new model is described as a significant upgrade, particularly in writing computer code and performing office tasks, which are becoming crucial skills for AI systems. This capability is reshaping cybersecurity by improving the identification of software vulnerabilities. While Anthropic restricted its release to about 40 organizations, including tech giants like Apple and Google, OpenAI has shared its GPT-5.5 cyber with a broader group, including independent cybersecurity experts. OpenAI plans to expand this distribution further, ensuring user identity verification to prevent misuse. Despite these advancements, benchmark tests by Vercel AI indicate that GPT-5.5 is not as powerful as Anthropic's Claude Mythos. OpenAI has implemented guardrails on GPT-5.5 to prevent its use in cybersecurity tasks, unlike GPT-5.5 cyber, which is available to trusted professionals. Meanwhile, the New York Times has filed a lawsuit against OpenAI and Microsoft, alleging copyright infringement related to AI systems, which both companies deny. Next, Vercel, a major app and website hosting company, revealed that hackers accessed some customer data before a recent breach was discovered, indicating broader security issues. The company found evidence of earlier malicious activity, possibly due to social engineering or malware. Vercel identified additional compromised accounts from the April breach but withheld specific details, only notifying affected customers. The breach originated when an employee downloaded an app from Context AI, which hackers exploited to infiltrate Vercel's systems. CEO Guillermo Rauch noted the hackers' activity extended beyond Context AI's compromise, suggesting a larger scope and duration. The hackers used malware to collect sensitive data, including unencrypted customer credentials. Security researchers linked the breach to InfoStealer malware on a Context AI employee's computer. The full extent of affected customers remains unclear, with potential impacts on more companies. Vercel and Context AI continue to investigate. Meanwhile, Meta plans to cut 8,000 jobs, representing 10% of its workforce, as it increases spending on artificial intelligence projects. The company will also halt hiring for thousands of open positions. This decision follows Meta's significant investment in AI, with a projected $135 billion expenditure this year, matching its AI spending over the past 3 years. CEO Mark Zuckerberg indicated that AI has enhanced productivity, allowing fewer employees to complete tasks. Meta has already conducted smaller layoffs this year, and employees anticipated further cuts. The company is also tracking employee interactions with work computers to improve AI models, a move some staff find concerning. Since 2022, Meta has undergone several rounds of layoffs but had resumed hiring until now. On a different note, The Guardian reports that Anthropic's new AI model, Claude Mythos, has raised significant cybersecurity concerns. The model can autonomously identify and exploit zero-day vulnerabilities, potentially compromising major operating systems and web browsers. This capability has prompted Anthropic to withhold public release, instead partnering with 40 American organizations under Project Glasswing to address these vulnerabilities. The U.S. government's renewed interest in Anthropic marks a strategic shift despite previous concerns over security risks. The Pentagon had cut ties with Anthropic in favor of OpenAI due to ethical disagreements. However, the White House now sees strategic value in collaborating with AI firms like Anthropic. The model's ability to rapidly identify cyber vulnerabilities poses a systemic risk as AI tools become more accessible. This development underscores the need for international coordination in cybersecurity to prevent the Internet from fragmenting into isolated security alliances, each managing its own vulnerabilities without mutual trust. After that, Google CEO Sundar Pichai announced that 75% of the company's new code is now AI-generated, a significant increase from 50% last fall. This shift to AI-driven code generation has allowed Google engineers to focus on higher-value tasks such as system architecture and complex problem-solving. Google Cloud's Senior Director Richard Serotter noted that AI enables engineers to explore a wide range of ideas without the constraints of time or human energy. The company is also using AI in other departments, such as marketing, where AI models rapidly create thousands of creative asset variations. Pichai emphasized that Google remains at the forefront by being the first to use its own products, achieving faster project completion with AI and human collaboration. Finally, the European Commission is set to instruct Google on opening Android to rival AI assistants, challenging Google's exclusive use of its Gemini AI. This move, under the Digital Markets Act, aims to prevent AI platform lock-in by ensuring competitors like OpenAI's ChatGPT and Anthropic's Claude have access to Android features currently reserved for Gemini. These features include voice activation and system-level integration. Google argues that such measures could threaten user privacy and innovation, but the Commission insists that a company with a dominant market share cannot dictate AI access. Two proceedings were initiated in January 2026, focusing on interoperability and data sharing. Google must allow third-party AI developers access to Android features and share anonymized search data with competitors. The Commission's final decision is due by July 2026. Meanwhile, Apple is also adjusting to similar EU regulations by allowing users to set alternative default voice assistants. The broader debate continues over whether EU regulations support or hinder AI competition, with the Commission advocating for fair access to platforms as essential for competition.
Thank you for tuning in to AI and Marketing. If you want to learn more, check out the episode description. Be sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode. Contact us to learn how to launch your own AI-generated podcast at nitromarketing.com. That's NYTRO marketing.com. See you tomorrow for more AI and tech news.